Stay classy, Golden Eagles. So this is part 2 of reading of the article, School Uniforms, the Way to Go. Make sure you have the document up and open and read along with me. Sorry about the mistake earlier. I thought there was questions coming up, but there was not. Here we go. We are now on to the second page of the article, and it starts at the very top with identify and belonging. Identity and belonging. Identity and belonging. It's good to feel that you belong. A school uniform gives you a sense of identity and school pride. Some studies have shown that wearing a uniform does even more than that. It can also help you focus on your schoolwork. It's similar to how a business person dresses in a suit when he or she goes to work. Dressing in more formal clothes helps you to shift from play mode to work mode. After all, the main reason you go to school is to study and to learn. Teachers and parents like school uniforms for another reason. Uniforms help keep students safer by showing who does and doesn't belong in the school. Intruders realize they will stand out if they enter a school where the students are all in a uniform, so the intruders are more likely to stay away. I'm going to read the caption at the bottom of where I just stopped. Judging people by how they look is human nature, but we need to find other ways of learning about one another too. Self-expression. Belonging is good, but what about expressing yourself? It's true that school uniforms limit the way you can look. However, a uniform doesn't limit you to who you are, the way you speak, and how you behave. In fact, it helps you to learn to express yourself in more creative ways. Knowing how to talk about your opinions, ideas, and beliefs is a great life skill, and wearing a school uniform encourages you to practice that skill. Have you ever heard the expression, judging a book by its cover? It means to judge something by how it looks before you've taken the time to understand it. We all judge people a little by how they look. For example, we can guess that someone with spiky blue hair likes punk music, or that someone who wears red from head to toe likes to stand out. But you can't know what a person is really like if you don't get past their appearance. School uniforms encourage us to get to know people's personalities rather than judging them only by what they wear. That's one of the most valuable things we can learn from wearing school uniforms. Who knows what friendships, conversations, and ideas we miss out on by judging people only by their clothes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now if we were in the normal classroom, I actually would have had you and your partners finish reading that article and underline specific reasons of why school uniforms are a good thing. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to go back and I want you to reread the article to yourself. Obviously, you can't underline in the document that I've given you, but just kind of try to keep in mind some of the reasons that really caught your eye about why school uniforms are a good thing. Now, you guys may already have your own particular opinion, but for this exercise, you may have your own opinion already that you don't think school uniforms are good or you think that they are, but I want you to keep an open mind and just look for evidence that supports the reason of school uniforms are a good thing, okay? Even if you may have a personal opinion against it. Try to keep an open mind and work on the activity as we're talking about. So before I go, I want to talk about a few things. Many articles in newspapers and magazines or on the internet are written to inform a reader about one side of an issue only, okay? They don't inform the reader about the other side or the anti-side, so like the pro side or the con side. So this was a very pro school uniforms article. And the next one that we're going to read in the next day's lesson is going to be a against or a cons article, okay? So it's important for you guys to understand when an author is presenting only one side of the issue so that you can think about whether you have enough information to make your own opinion, okay? One thing that's really important as you go through in your lives and you're reading and you're informing yourself about things is to make sure that you don't just read from one side of the argument. You kind of need to learn about the other side so you can really start to make your own informed decision. And once you understand both sides, that's when you're best able to make your own decision. Be like, okay, I've learned about the pros, and I've learned about the cons, the negatives of gaming, and now I can inform myself to make my best decision possible. So the next set of videos that you'll see is going to be for our next article, our last article of the week, which is below the one we just read, and it's entitled School Uniforms? No Way. As always, stay classy, Golden Eagles, and I'll see you later.